I really know is want it.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Young and Saved. Man, we are so excited to be back. It has been a while.
Yeah.
Man, life is just kind of hit, and you got school and sports, all this other kind of stuff going on. So it's just been hard for us to meet. But man, we are excited to be back with you guys, and we are so stoked to just kind of share our message today. I think it's a good one. We're just calling it "Be Different," and just kind of what that looks like. As we stand up in a society that's sitting down, and we're going to be different. So we want to encourage you guys just with some scripture and just kind of the ways that we found to be true, and how do we do that, and what does that look like. And so, man, we are so stoked. I think I'm going to dive in, and we're just going to get it. I'm so happy to have you guys with us. So just kind of this idea of being different. Man, it is something that I struggle with personally, of just being different in a way that honors Christ. And whenever we say be different, we don't mean wearing different clothes. We don't mean listening to different kind of music. While it is being different, that's not the kind of different that we're talking about. We're talking about being different for Christ, being an ambassador for Christ. And guys, I tell you what, man, these last couple of weeks, I have struggled with that, and I will freely admit that. Man, I've been weak in that, and that's something that I've struggled with, but I'm sure it's something that you guys struggle with too. It's in our society, man, it's hard. It's hard living for Christ and honoring Him in all that we do, and I understand that it's difficult because I felt that these past couple of weeks, and I'm sure maybe wherever you are right now, there's times whenever we're tempted beyond what it feels like we can bear, and maybe we give into those temptations and we feel just kind of the shame and the guilt of it, and we just feel down, whatever it is, man, that there's times whenever we conform, that we aren't being different. And I've been in that kind of state for a while, but the Lord has just shaken me up, and so just by the phrase, be different, He's grabbed a hold of my heart through that. And so I want to share that with you guys. We're just going to look at some scriptures real fast. That we're just going to get into it. Dalton, you want to start us off with the scriptures?
Yeah, definitely. So the first one I have for you guys is John 16:33, and here it says, "I've told you this so that you might have peace in me. In the world you will have trouble, but take courage, I've conquered the world." That's awesome, guys. Like he said, stand up in a society that's sitting down, regardless of like if we're the only one standing up in that certain school or whatever. We know that if there's going to be no one to back us up, Christ has conquered the world, so He's the one that's behind us, and ultimately that's all that matters, and that's the only person we need. But like Jacob was telling me earlier, we have so many other brothers and sisters, in our school district, or in our specific town that we live in, that they're to back us up. They want to be humble servants for Christ. They want to graciously serve Him, and that's kind of what I got out of that. So.
Yeah, the verse that we really want to drive home, it's my life verse, is Romans 12:2. Just it says, "Do not be conformed to this world." And that's something that I've been struggling with recently. But this idea of being different is not conforming. Does that make sense? So it's like, I'm not going to conform, and guys, trust me, that's being different in our world today. There are so many people that are willing to settle for less, that are willing to settle for less than God's best for them. And take on the lies of the devil. And that's not being different. That is conforming to the world. And so by being different, we are not conforming to the world. And so that's the verse that we want to drive home, is just Romans 12:2. But guys, once we live that out, we're going to be taking a lot of heat for that. Because so many people are going to be seeing that. If you're truly living that verse out, if you're truly being different, man, people are going to see you. People are going to recognize, man, what is different with that guy? What is in him that I don't have? People are going to realize that, and they're going to tear it down, because guess what, guys? Once you stand up in a society that's sitting down, people are going to want you to sit down with them. But guys, we're here as followers of Christ, and let me tell you, man, we're going to stand up. Me, Dalton, guys, whoever it is, if you're watching this video, I encourage you, stand up. It's time to take a stand, being different than the ways of this world, guys. We're called to so much higher standards than that. And so I encourage us, let us be different. Let us stand up. And so, as Dalton was talking about that too, you're going to catch some heat for that, for being different. People are going to try to tear you down. But I love that verse because Jesus says you're going to have trouble in this world. He knows that as a follower of me, you're going to have trouble. He says that straight out. But what I love is he says, take heart, I've overcome the world. Guys, we already have victory in Jesus Christ. So whether somebody's trying to tear us down, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because guess what? Jesus has conquered this world. And that's something that we have hope in. That we know that, man, Jesus is so much more powerful than anybody, than anything that can possibly even try to tear me down. That Jesus has conquered that, and Jesus is so much bigger than that. Another verse that I want to encourage us with is 1 Peter 5, 8. It says, "Be self-controlled and alert. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. Resist him, standing firm in the faith, because you know that your brothers throughout the world are undergoing the same kind of sufferings." And guys, that's so true. Guys, the more we stand up, the more we stand out, the devil hates that. He can't stand that. But what so many people think is that, you know, as long as we're not doing anything bad, as long as we're just not different than anybody else, that we just kind of fit in, and maybe we're not doing anything bad and we still love the Lord, but we become complacent, man, the devil loves that. He loves it to where that we aren't doing anything. He loves that whenever we choose to sit around and believe but not do anything about that. He loves that. And guys, that is whenever we fall into complacency and we've missed the point. Guys, stand up, be different, go share your faith. Let me tell you, go share your faith, guys, because that is what the devil hates. And then once we do that, man, the devil is roaring like a lion, just looking for somebody to devour, looking to take your heart. And so I love what it says. It says, "Take heart. You know that your brothers around the world are undergoing the same sufferings." And Dalton hinted at that, of just, I know that if I'm standing up, I know that Dalton's got my back. I know that I've got people at like Cedar Park and just all around my school district, at my church, different people all around my community that I know they're going to take a stand with me. And that's so comforting, knowing that you know, the devil isn't just trying to tear me down. He's looking to tear us all down. But guys, we have Jesus on our side. And Jesus is so much more powerful than that. Jesus has conquered this world. He's overcome it. And guys, we have him on our side backing us up. And so there's nothing that we have to fear. We know that we can go get this. We can go share the message. And Jesus can do something powerful once we decide to stand up and be different. He can do something powerful. And I want to encourage us, man, that in our schools, in your community, wherever you are, be different. Take a stand, man. Show people the love of Jesus Christ. Show them the gospel. Whatever it is, through your actions, through your words, reflect his glory. And we will fall short. I've fallen short so many times, even recently, man. But guys, Jesus has already picked us up from that. He's overcome that. Leave that behind you. Don't worry about that. It's time to be different now. It's time to take a stand now. All right? Leave that stuff behind and let's get it. Let's go be different. Let's take a stand. Guys, could you imagine what it would be like if all of us would be different, if all of us would love the Lord so much that we would passionately pursue him in every part of our life, what that would do to our schools, what that would do to our community. Jesus can change the world. He can change your school. He can change your community. He can change your heart. And he wants to. But we got to be different. And this is where it starts in the Bible too, of being different. This is the scriptures. This is how we become different, by living this out. And so I want to encourage us, man, let us be different. Stand up in a society that's sitting down. If you miss anything else that we talked about, remember that. Be different and stand up in a society that is sitting down. Be different and let's get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly such a powerful message, guys. And you know, I know one big thing is like as teenagers, we want to be like that rebellious guy, you know, that is so edgy, you know, that everyone wants, you know. But like being rebellious now isn't about going out and partying or going out and doing something that's just disruptive to like a community or whatever in a, like we're saying, sorry, that we're talking about. But it's really just being that guy that goes and opens his Bible, man. It's being that spiritual leader. It's being a humble servant for Christ, guys, you know. And like he said, it all starts right here. You know, if you want to be a part of the change, you know, you got to spread his word. And regardless of trials and tribulation that you face, I mean, like he said, he has our back, you know, and that we shouldn't fear anything, you know. And like, even if you can't, like, we all want to be that big star, you know, or we want to chase the prettiest girl. But guys, that's so irrelevant. If you're living this out right here that we're talking about, you know, and you're standing up in a society that's sitting down, that's all that matters, guys. You know, and really be that rebel, you know, that opens up his Bible, you know, be a spiritual leader, guys. And I mean, Jacob said it best. So really, this is your guideline right here, guys. So go get it.
Yeah, let's get it. I want to encourage y'all. Man, I've got it written throughout the week. Just be different on my wrist, guys. If you are with us, if you are with us on this of being different, if you are doing that, if you're gonna stand up, guys, write "be different" on your wrist and tag us on Twitter with it. Take a picture, guys. Let's make this a movement. This is something that God can use in a big way. And so I encourage y'all, share this video, post it on Twitter, post it on wherever, Facebook, and get this message out. Not for our glory, but so that people around this nation, around our community would be different and they would stand up, guys. Write it, be different, hashtag it, whatever, and take a picture of it, send it to us, man, and let us stand up as a community of believers and let us know that we've got believers around that are taking a stand, that are standing up,
Yeah, guys.
and we're being different.
Yeah, this is really a big thing that we've talked about. You know, this is really a message that we've been wanting to hammer home for you guys. And you know, there's a guy named Trent Shelton, and go check him out. By the way, he's a great guy. You know, has some amazing words that really hit home. But there's one thing he talks about. He says, "I don't need a painting of perfection. I need you to be real with me, and that's going to allow you to be real with yourself." So you know, guys, if you're real with Christ and you continuously live for Him, you know, and you're being that spiritual leader, you're going to be real with yourself. You're going to be having that humble lifestyle that you want, you know, and you're going to be that rebel, like I said, that's standing up in a community that's sitting down, guys. So, like we said, go get it. Let's make this happen.
Let's go. Hashtag it, write it on your wrist, take pictures, be different. We love you guys and thank y'all for joining us. Share our video, whatever.
Look up in the sky.
Stay blessed.
Ooh, I made it. Think I'm gonna lie when I tell you I ain't gonna take it. I got hands on the